So the big plan by the Injustice Society has been revealed that they're basically going to use a machine and basically make a bunch of zombies across the Midwest. Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach the Nerd. And in this episode, we are reviewing episode 9 of Stargirl entitled Brain Wave. This was a very good episode. I'm not going to go verbatim on this because considering the new episode comes out tomorrow, by now you probably have watched it. So I'm just going to talk about the stuff that I liked and the questions that I have. So first off, Shiv, Cindy, she is imprisoned down in Daddy's lair because she's been a very bad girl and she's very crazy. Like Shiv is extremely psychotic. To the point where to get her dad to try to release her from this prison or try to persuade him to let her out, she threatens to kill him like she did her mother. So yeah, she's not all there. She still has not told about Courtney's identity. She hasn't revealed Courtney as Stargirl to anyone in the Injustice Society, which tells me she's planning something bigger. And she doesn't want her daddy or anybody else to take that glory away from her. So for now, Courtney's secret is safe as far as Cindy is concerned. But Henry also knows that Courtney is Stargirl, and this episode really dealt with Henry Jr. trying to figure out where these powers are coming from. He found some VHS tapes from his dad's back when he was basically experimenting on himself to give himself these abilities, and how he basically watched day by day, like a journal entries on these VHS tapes, the progression of these powers that his dad went through. Even realizing that his dad believed that all humans were monsters or garbage and that there were no redeeming them. So basically it's okay to take them out. And Henry Jr. is pretty much following in on that logic. Now, Henry was a bully anyway. So this entire episode really is an evolution to me of a supervillain. It's very Brightburn for me. I do love that Yolanda confronted him when Courtney wanted to ask him to join their team, because Courtney makes very good choices. But the hurt and the rage she channels through her, her Wildcat suit is interesting. And it's interesting how that's what kind of got through to him when he read Yolanda's mind and said, "You betrayed me and I loved you." And he was like responding to that. Instead of hurting her like he did the real estate guy, well, I guess it was the lawyer guy that was coming with the fake documentation, he didn't hurt her. So there is a tiny bit of redemption there. I don't know if he still has feelings for Yolanda and that's why, but she got through to him a tiny bit, but not a lot. And he didn't hurt Courtney, even though he did get angry with her and he did tell her that she needs to get away. So I don't know what's going to happen with Brainwave Jr., but right now it's not looking hopeful that he's going to be one of the good guys. As well, he wasn't in the comics, so it kind of makes sense. I love the family dinner with Cameron's family. Of course, Icicle bringing his, I guess they're his parents. I don't think they're his wife's parents, but I don't know. I haven't worked that out in my head yet. But Cameron's grandparents and father came to dinner. Cameron's really smitten with Courtney, and that was his entire focus. Icicle, I think, is smitten with Barbara, and I think Pat was seeing a little bit of that, like just the way he was talking and looking at her. So yeah, he's starting to develop feelings for Barbara. Now, whether they're reciprocated or not, I don't know. I hope this is not going to turn into a CW drama fest where they make that a thing, a love triangle between Barbara, her new husband Pat, and her boss. That would be weird. So I don't know, but I do know that whole situation is weird. And when Courtney went to get that hot pot out of the oven and almost burned her hand and had to get like pot holders, and she sat on the table, and then of course Icicle just literally just picks it up and starts serving like it's nothing. That was a clue to her that he's really Icicle, and that's also going to put a dent in between her relationship with Cameron, because she doesn't want to date the son of the man that she believes helped kill her father, who really isn't her father, because Starman's not her father. But yeah, lots of drama. I also like how much time Rick and Beth have been spending together. If you've read the comics or you have seen my Dr. Midnight spotlight video, then you know that Our Man and Dr. Midnight, Beth and Rick, both had a thing, like a relationship in the comics. I don't know if they're trying to carry that over to the CW. It is interesting that they spend a lot of time together, but it is the CW. You never know. It could go either way. But I think it's interesting. And I love that, Beth is kind of like the voice of reason with him and really with all of them. But, I mean, we'll see where it goes from there because I would not be opposed to it. I think it would be very cute. I do think that it was interesting that we got to see Pat's past a little bit, where he talks about the 7 soldiers of victory, and you see all of the pictures of the Shining Knight and all of, he refers to them as vigilantes. But we also see a Green Arrow like picture, like standing in the background is Green Arrow, Oliver Queen aged. So I don't know if this is Golden Era Oliver Queen. I don't know what era this is supposed to be because again, they're on Earth too. So I don't know, but it's interesting that he doesn't really say they're dead. He actually says, I wonder where they are. So is this opening us up to having a new Green Arrow in Stargirl? That would be interesting. I would love to see if a lot of the characters are going to be revealed because they do a lot of Easter eggs in this. They do a lot of mentions. Like we've seen the Green Lantern's lantern, Jakeem, I guess one of the holders of the Thunderbolt is referenced as one of Mike's friends. I mean, we have so many references to characters that potentially could be in this universe and could probably successfully be, incorporated in because they would have nothing to do with Earth 1 or Prime Earth, as we call it now, which is pretty much Superman, Batgirl, now Black Lightning, unfortunately, in the Flash's universe. I would be really interested in seeing who they would incorporate from Pat's past. And speaking more of Pat, I feel very bad for him because at the end of the episode, Barbara sees the staff moving around and she basically responds the way most people probably would respond. A little less vulgar though. She does say, what the hell is that? But from the preview of episode 10, which comes out tomorrow, it looks to me like Pat is in deep doo-doo with Barbara to the point where she's separating and is wanting to leave Blue Valley with Courtney. She blames him for getting her daughter involved in all of this, which is interesting, which means she doesn't know her daughter very well. I mean, I understand the age, he's a parent. This is a 15-year-old, but this 15-year-old was going to do it anyway. And I do feel bad because Pat has wanted to be honest with Barbara from the beginning. And it's been Courtney that's kind of talked him out of it or did a sob story saying she's going to take this away from me. I want to keep my mother safe. Let's not worry her until we finish the job and la la la. And so I feel bad that he's getting the brunt of all of that because he is the stepfather and he should have put his parental foot down, which honestly, as a parent, I just would have told on her. I mean, I wouldn't have let her influence me. She's 15. She would have been okay. I'm like, she's got this staff. The staff wants her to fight. There's a lot of bad stuff going on here. Make your choice, Barbara. Like, that literally would have been my response. But, I do feel bad for Pat because he generally has always wanted to come clean from the beginning. And now he's getting treated like, he's getting the full blow of all of that. So, but Courtney wanting to recruit Henry Jr. into the JSA is not the brightest move that she's made, but she's been she's not ready to be a leader. She's very immature. She doesn't think before she leaps. So this is just another Courtney mess up as far as I'm concerned. And it's kind of split the group because Yolanda is very clear that if Henry Jr. joins their team, she is out. And honestly, I don't blame her. So Courtney's not thinking rationally. She just wants him to identify all the, Injustice Society members. But what she doesn't realize is if he can do that with them, he can also do that with the JSA. And so they've got pretty much potentially a double agent who is extremely loyal to his father. That makes no sense. So, I don't know going forward how many people are going to know who Courtney, basically is, or that she's Stargirl by the season finale. It does feel like that's going to be a problem because it seems to me everyone knows already. At least, we've got Cindy knowing. We know that Henry Jr. knows. We know that Henry Sr. knows. The people that don't know are the rest of the Injustice Society because for some reason, Henry Jr. is not really cool with anybody. But Cindy's holding that, close to the chest because she is using that wild card. So for now, I want to say, that Courtney's identity is safe, but that's not really true. So I did not expect her identity to be revealed this quickly. I mean, we're already episode 9 and 3 people already know who she is and people that you don't want to know. So the rest of the season is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to tomorrow because I want to see how it plays out, because we can't have a Stargirl series without Stargirl. So I know they're not going anywhere. But I want to see how they get to the point where Barbara is now on board with what's happening. And also, since Courtney suspects Icicle, will she tell her mother that she works for him? I would love to see how that relationship changes and what's going to happen going forward with that. And I don't know what's going to happen between her and Cameron. So, yeah. Very good episode. I enjoyed the episode. I'm probably going to enjoy episode 10 even more. I'm treating this also as a two-parter, even though it's not, because I'm very curious to see where they take the characters from this point. But it was fun. But I want to know what you guys think, so please leave me a comment below and let me know. And if you would like to sign up for Jury Duty, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know who's next on the Nerd Ballot, hit the notification bell. Until next time, I can't wait for you to approach the nerd. Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, but hey, the party doesn't have to stop now. Click on one of these videos and keep it going.